Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo Buddhaya, Namo Dhammaya, Namo Sanghaya. Today we have 11th lecture of Abhidhamma. So we have already completed 10 lectures, which you can see on Dhamma USC YouTube channel. We will start today's topic with respect to our Buddha Dhamma Sangha and also to our teachers and Bhante Sumita, who gave me this opportunity to share Dhamma with you. So I'm going to share with you the slides on which we have the invitation for the Devas. So let us invite Devas first and then we will start the session. I hope the slides are visible to you. So today we have the topic actually, beautiful consciousness or Sobhana Citta. We had this topic before also, right? In the previous class, in 10th lecture, we have completed only a small part of Sobhana Citta or beautiful consciousness. Today we will talk about all the Sobhana Cittas or beautiful consciousness. So let us invite the Devas first to listen to Dhamma. Samanta Chakvalesu Atra Gachantu Devatam Sadhammam Munirajasa Sunantu Sagamokadam Dhamma Savana Kalo Ayam Bhadanta Dhamma Savana Kalo Ayam Bhadanta Dhamma Savana Kalo Ayam Bhadanta Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Okay, let us start the session now. We have 121 Cittas. You may say that Ayaji Venerable always give us this background, but we already reminded, and we know that there are 121 Cittas, right? But you know what? It is very important to learn it every day, because if you don't remind yourself that there are 121 Cittas which are divided into which part, then you may forget someday, and it will not be easy for you to recall. So it is good in every class just to get a reminder of Cittas and their division. So we always start with the Cittas and their division. So there are 121 Cittas which are divided into 4 parts. Kama Vachara Citta 54, Rupa Vachara Citta. Okay, Kama Vachara Cittas are further divided into 3 parts. Akusala Citta, unwholesome consciousness 12. Ahetuka Citta 18, that is resultant or without hetu, without root, rootless consciousness 18. And then we have Kama Vachara Sobhana Cittas 24, about which we are going to study today. Then there is another division of Cittas, which is Rupa Vachara Citta 15 and Arupa Vachara Citta 12, which is Dhyana Citta or meditation Cittas, meditation consciousness. These two together called Jhana Citta. So when we combine them, there are 15 plus 12, 27. So they are called Jhana Cittas. And then we have Lokuttara Citta 40, which is Noble Sangha, the Sotapanna, Sakadagami, Anagami, and Arahanta. That is Lokuttara Citta 40. So when we move, because as a human being, we are now in Kama Vajra Bhumi, Kama Vajra realm, right? We all have only Kama Vajra Chettas. But when we try to go from Kama Vajra to Rupa Vajra, we have a blockage, like it is not easy to go there. We have to make our Chitta beautiful or Shobhana Chitta arise. You see, there are Kama Vajra Chettas which are divided into these three parts. So, until we don't reach up to this stage, the Kama Vajra Shobhana Chitta 24, if these Chittas are not arising, then we cannot jump and go to Rupa Vajra Chittas actually. Sorry. So, when in Kama Vajra Chittas, we try to control our Akusala Chitta and try to arise our Sobhana Chitta or beautiful Chittas. And when we have beautiful Chittas or Sobhana Chittas, then only it is possible for us to enter into Jhana Chitta or Rupa Vajra Chitta. Okay. So, Rupa Vajra and then Arupa Vajra. But when we reach up to Arupa Vajra Jhana and we have the Arupa Vajra consciousness arising, then we try to enter into the Arya Sangha, Arya Puggala, that is Sotapanna, Sakadagami, Anagami, and Arahanta. But it is not easy as well, you know. There is a block. We have to do a lot of things before entering into Lokuttara. So you see, when we go from Kama Vajra to Rupa Vajra, there is a wall, but it is not thick, right? But when we go from Rupa Vajra and Arupa Vajra to Lokuttara, we develop our consciousness, we develop our Chitta to enter into Arya Pukala. Then we have a thick wall and it is not easy. It shows that it is not that easy to enter into Arya Pukala consciousness or to develop our consciousness up to that level. But we can do that. So today we are learning about Kama Vajra Shobhana Chitta 24, which is a part of Kama Vajra Chitta 54 or sensuous sphere consciousness that is called Kama Vajra, right? So Kama Vajra Chitta 54, which are divided into three parts, Akusala Chitta 12, Ahetuka Chitta 18, and Kama Vajra Shobhana Chitta 12. We have already studied. I am not going I'm not going to explain it in detail. I will tell you in just a short because we have already discussed about them. So Akusala Chitta are of three types, which is Lobha Chitta 8, Dosa Chitta 2, Moha Chitta 2, right? Then we have Ahetuka Chittas. Ahetuka Chittas are Akusala Vipaka Chitta 7, Kusala Vipaka Chitta 8, and Kiriya Chitta 3. I have already discussed about it in the previous classes. If you have not watched that, you can go on Dhamma USA YouTube channel and watch them again in order to understand them better. Today we are going to talk about the blue box, the Kama Vajra Sobhana Chitta 24, which are divided into three parts: Kama Vajra Mahakusala Chitta 8, Kama Vajra Mahavipaka Chitta 8, and Kama Vajra Mahakusala Chitta 8. So, now Kama Vajra Sobhana Chitta 24. You have already seen this. Kama Vajra Mahakusala Chitta 8. What is the function of these chittas? The function of this chitta is to form or to make good karmas, to uh, help us making good karmas, right? And Kama Vajra Mahavipaka Chitta 8. Vipaka is the result. So when we do something good, when we make merits, then we get the result of those karmas, right? So the chitta or the consciousness which gives us result of our good karmas is Kama Vajra Mahavipaka Chitta 8. And then we have Kama Vajra Mahakiriya Chitta 8. Kriya, I told you, Kriya is the functional chitta. I told you before also that it is only functional. It is neither it makes karma nor it gives result. It is no papa, no punya. It is just arising in arahantas because arahantas are doing some function, right? Eating, talking, walking, going, sleeping, but they are not making any karma because this is their last life. So they whatever they do, the good thing, the arhant, they do the good thing, right? They teach the Dhamma, they meditate, they share their merits. So, whatever the good things they do it with the Kama Vajra Mahakiriya Chitta 8. So, among the Kama Vajra, 24 types of consciousness are called Shobhana because they are magnificent due to being good qualities and producing good effect. Shobhana means beautiful, implies that Shobhana Chittas yield good qualities and they are connected with wholesome roots such as Alobha, Adosa, and Amoha. When we know that in Kama Vajra we have studied about the Akusala Chitta, right? Akusala is unwholesome or not beautiful. So Akusala Chitta, they have three roots, Lobha, Dosa, and Moha. And these Kama Vajra Chittas are just opposite of Akusala Chitta. So they also have three roots, but the roots are beautiful. It is Alobha. Alobha is the opposite of Lobha, which means generosity. Then we have the opposite of dosa is adosa, which means goodwill, and amoha, which means wisdom. Okay. So we have Kama Vajra Mahakusala Chitta 8. Let us recite it together. Somanasasahakatam yana sampayuttam asankharikam kama vajra Mahakusala Chittam Somanasasahagatam Yana Sampayuttam Sasankharikam Kama Vajra Mahakusala Chittam Somanasasahagatam Yana Vipayuttam Asankharikam kama vajra mahakusala chittam somanasasahagatam yana vipayuttam sasankharikam kama vajram mahakusala chittam upekha sahagatam Jnana sampayuttam asankharikam kama vajra mahakusala chittam upekha sahagatam jnana sampayuttam sasankharikam kama vajra mahakusala chittam Upekha sahagatam yana vipayuttam asankharikam kama vajra mahakusala chittam upekha sahagatam yana vipayuttam sasankharikam kama vajra Mahakusala Chittam. And then we have Kamavachara Mahavipaka Citta 8 and Kamavachara Mahakiriya Citta 8. Okay. Today I'm not going to recite all of those. Actually, I made these slides just to recite all 24 chittas. But as you can see that I'm having sore throat, so my voice may not be clear or I may get cough in the middle. So I'm not going to recite all of those. But I will tell you a little difference that I'm sorry. In Kamavachara Mahakusala Chitta 8 and Kamavachara Mahavipaka Chitta 8 and Kamavachara Mahakirya Chitta 8. There is only one difference where you have put the Mahakusala in these 8 chittas. You have to change just one word, Mahavipaka and Mahakirya, instead of Mahakusala. Okay. Others, all the chittas are same. Nothing difference. So, what are actually Sobhana Cittas? Because we are always saying Sobhana Cittas are beautiful Cittas. But what kind of beautiful Cittas are they? We must know that, right? So, Cittas which are accompanied by Shobhana Chetasika. Chetasika is the mental factor which works with the Chitta. We will know about the Chetasikas also in later classes, but there are Chetasikas, good Chetasika, bad Chetasika also. And there are many Chetasikas which are neither good nor bad. So the Chitta which works with only the good Chetasikas or Shobhana Chetasikas or Kusala Hetu. Kusala Hetu is root. Hetu is the root. So we have already studied in the previous slide that root, there are three, Alobha, Adosa and Amoha. So the Chittas who are working or accompanied by Sobhana Chetasikas and Kusala Hetus are called Sobhana Chittas. The Sobhana Chetasikas are 25 actually, and the good Hetu or Kusala Hetu root are 3, Alobha, Adosa or Amoha, generosity, goodwill and wisdom. Sobhana Chittas are always accompanied by Alobha and Adosa. They may or may not be accompanied by Panya. You see, I told you this thing in the previous class. We have two words, right? Jnana Sampayutta and Jnana Vipayutta. I just recited it for you, right? You can see in this slide, the first and second, we have Jnana Sampayutta, and the third and fourth, we have Jnana Vipayutta. Again, we have Jnana Sampayutta, and then we have Jnana Vipayutta. So they are saying, when we have Jnana Sampayutta, Jnana means wisdom. Jnana Sampayutta means associated with wisdom. So, when it is Jnana Sampayutta, then it means they have Amoha. Amoha is the wisdom. But when we have Jnana Vipayutta, you can see here Jnana Vipayutta. Jnana Vipayutta means it does not have wisdom. I gave you example also in the previous class. Whatever the good karmas you are doing, sometimes you may have the wisdom that what results or what consequences you are going to get from these good karmas. Sometimes you are just doing it and you don't know what will be the result of it. So when you know the result of it, it means you have Jnana Sampayutta. You are doing it with wisdom. But when you don't know about the result of good karmas you are doing, so it will be Jnana Vipayutta. No knowledge, no wisdom of karma and its vipaka, right? So when we have Jnana Sampayutta, then there are three roots, Alobha, Adosa and Amoha, three roots. But when we have Jnana Vipayutta, then there is no Amoha working. Hetu, Amoha is not working there. Only Alobha and Adosa is working. No wisdom, right? So it will be Amoha, no Amoha. for Yana Vipayutta. And when there is Yana Sampayutta, so Amoha, Alobha, Adosa, three are working. All three are working. The Sobhana Cittas are Sahetuka, accompanied by Hetus, right? When we perform dana, dana is offering, right? Generosity. We observe the sila or precepts or morality, or apply ourselves to bhavana, which comprises samatha, vipassana, and the study or teaching of Dhamma. There are kusala chittas. Thus, kusala chittas are among the sobhana chittas. The kusala chittas, which perform dana, observe sila, and apply themselves to bhavana, are chittas belonging to the lowest plane of consciousness, the sensuous plane or Kamavachara Bhumi. Kamavachara Chittas. Kamavachara Chittas are the chittas we have in our daily life. Dana, Sila or Bhavana is performed by Kamavachara Kusala Chittas. These kinds of Kusala Karma can be performed in daily life, where there are impressions through the 6 doors. What are the 6 doors? Eyes, ears, nose, tongue, skin or body, and mind. Kamavachara Kusala Chittas are called Mahakusala Chittas. Maha means many or great. So, I think it is clear to you now what are Sobhana Chittas. Sobhana Chittas are the Chittas who are working with the Sobhana Chetasikas and have 3 roots: Alobha, Adosa, and Amoha. Sometimes, if we have the knowledge of our good karmas, then it will be Alobha, Adosa, and Amoha, 3 roots working. But sometimes we are doing good, but we don't know the result. Then it will be only Alobha and Adosa working. And they work in the Kamavachara planes, or like as a human being or maybe animal. So we have Kamavachara bhumis, 7 bhumis in which they are working. We will talk about them later maybe. Okay. You can see I have made a slide for you to understand better. We just saw that there are Kamavachara Shobhana Chittas 24, right? There are 24 Chittas, Kamavachara, 12 are Yana Sampayutta, and 12 are Yana Vipayutta. Yana Sampayutta means they have the Yana associated with Yana or wisdom, have Panya, have wisdom. Yana Vipayutta means they do not have wisdom, but it is still good karma, but without wisdom. So when we have the Yana Sampayutta, then Alobha, Adosa, and Amoha, all 3 Hetu will work, good Hetu. And when we have Yana Vipayutta Chitta, then only Alobha and Adosa will work. No Amoha will work because it does not have wisdom. I think it is clear to you now. Now we come to the next part, that is Kamavachara Vipaka Chitta. It's the Vipak result of the good karmas. So just as there are 8 wholesome types of consciousness, there are also 8 corresponding types of resultant consciousness. These are the karmic effect of the sense sphere wholesome consciousness. In order to differentiate them from the rootless resultant due to wholesome karma, they are described as sahetuka with roots. Now, you have to pay attention to the last line. In some previous classes, we learned about the ahetuka chittas, right? I'll show you in the previous slide also, I show you that. Okay, you see. In this slide, there is ahetuka chitta, right? And ahetuka chitta is divided into 3 parts. So we have the kusala vipaka chitta here also. You see in the middle, at the last, kusala vipaka chitta. Kusala means wholesome. Vipak is the result. So this is also the result of our wholesome karmas. But they are without hetu. There is no hetu in that. No hetu, no good hetu, no bad hetu, no hetu. So it is different from the one we are learning today. So what we are learning today is, you see, we are learning about the Kama Vajra Vipaka Chitta. So the Vipak we have here is also the result of good karmas, but it is with Sa Hetu. It has the Hetu, it has the root. We know Yana Sampayutta and Yana Vipayutta, right? It has the Hetu, Alobha Hetu, Adosa Hetu, and Amoha Hetu. But the previous chittas I showed you was also the result of good karmas, but it did not have any hetu. It was called ahetu, without hetu, without root. And these are called sahetu. It means with roots. So all good acts are done by one of these first eight chittas. Their corresponding effects are the result chittas, and the eight ahetuka vipak chitta are also the due effects of these kusala chittas. It therefore follows that there are 16 vipaka chittas corresponding to 8 kusala chitta. So only there are 8 wholesome consciousness of kusala chitta, which through which we are making the good karmas. But if we talk about the result, so there are 16 type of result, out of which 8 are with roots and 8 are without root. Okay, but they all are giving the result. Together with karma result consciousness, it belongs to the group of karmically neutral consciousness or abhyakata. And then we have Sahetuka Kama Vajra Kiriya Chitta. I told you just Kiriya is the function, functional Chitta. It is not good, not bad. It does not form any karma and it does not give result of any karma. It is just the functional Chitta which is functioning in the Arhantas. Whereas the eight wholesome sense sphere chittas arise involving and trainees, Sikha, or as an ordinary person, we have the Kusala Chitta, right? But those Kusala Chitta do not arise in Buddha or any Arhantas who have transcended the cycle of karma and future becoming in the realms of rebirth. However, in Buddhas and Arhantas, there arise 8 types of consciousness that are their exact counterparts. They are called Kiriya or functional Chittas because they do not perform any function. They do not perform their function without leaving any karmic deposit. Whatever the karmas we are doing karmas because of lobha, dosa, or moha. If we are doing some bad karmas, it is because of lobha, dosa, and moha. And if we are doing some good karmas, it is because of alobha, adosa, and amoha. And when there is a hetu, then there will be the vipaka. If there are roots, lobha root, dosa root, moha root, or alobha, adosa, amoha, then we will get the result of it, vipaka of it. But whatever the Buddha and Arhantas do, because this is their last life, they have already crossed the cycle of karmas, right? They will not take rebirth again. So when this is the last life, so they have already finished the vipaka or the result of their previous karmas. But now they are not making any new karma. So whatever they do, they eat, they talk, they walk, they sleep, they sit. So whatever they do not leave any karmic deposit behind. So that's why whatever they do with the Kiriya Chittas only, functional Chittas, which do not form any karma or do not give any result also. Because a Buddha or an Arhanta has eradicated all traces of ignorance, avijja, and craving, tanha, the cause of rebirth, there is no way his good actions could generate future result. They do not arise, accomplish some function, and then fall away without residue. Kriya or Kriya Chitta, functional consciousness or karmically inoperative consciousness, is the name for such state of consciousness that are neither karmically wholesome nor unwholesome. They are not wholesome, not unwholesome, not vipaka, not hetu, nothing, just the function. They function independently of karma. So this is called the Kriya Chittas. Let's summarize what we have learned today. Sense sphere consciousness with roots means Sahetuka, Kama Vachara, Shobhana Chittas becomes threefold as wholesome means Kusala, resultant means Vipaka, and functional means Kriya. And each of these divides into 8 through permutation by way of feeling, either joyful or neutral. We say somanas and upekha, right? Then they have way of presence or absence of knowledge. Jnana sampayutta, jnana vipayutta. And the third is way of prompting or spontaneity, means someone is prompting them to do. That is asankharikam, sasankharikam. If they are doing it by their own, it is asankharikam. And if someone is prompting them to do that, so this is sasankharikam. So we divide these 24 chittas into 3 parts: Kusala 8, Vipaka 8, Kriya 8. We divide them on the basis of feelings. There are somanas and upekha, 2 kinds of feeling. Then there are jnana sampayutta and jnana vipayutta, with wisdom, without wisdom. And then we have asankharikam and sasankharikam. Thus, there are 24 types of consciousness altogether, the 12 connected with knowledge, having 3 roots, and the other 12 having 2 roots. These 3 groups are often referred to as the Mahakusala, Mahavipaka, and Mahakriya. Mahakusala is the great wholesome chittas, Mahavipakas are the great resultant chittas, and Mahakriya are the great functional chittas. It is just an introduction of these chittas. Okay. As you can see, I'm not feeling well. So that's why I'm not gonna take too long this class. So it's just a short, and we will end the session here today. That's all for this session. Sadhu, 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 anumodami. We already have some more slides for you for the next session maybe. So I will conclude this session here, that whatever the good karmas we do, we make offerings to the Sangha, we follow the Silas, the Panchasila, the 5 precepts, or the Atta Sila, opposite precepts, and also we do meditation, we share our merits with others, we help others, we have compassion, loving kindness, equanimity. So whatever the good karmas we are making through these 8 chittas. The more and more you make good karmas, you make merits, these 8 chittas arise, and it will control the akusala chitta, the unwholesome chittas, the lobha, dosa, and moha. You see, when you make offerings, it helps you to control the lobha, the greed. When you follow the precepts, it helps you to have a disciplined body and speech. You don't do anything bad with your body and your speech. And when you practice bhavana or meditation, then no bad thoughts arise in your mind. So the more and more you do the merits, the more and more you make the merits, it will help you to control the akusala, the unwholesome And also one day you will be able to eradicate all the akusala. It is not that easy, but we can do that, right? So when you have these 8 chittas and you get the results of these 8 chittas in some life, but if you are practicing continuously the good karmas you are making, then it will be easy for you to enter into jhana, into meditation. Otherwise, if you have, if you are doing continuously bad things from your body, from your speech, from your mind, you have bad thoughts always, you are not doing any good karma, then it will not be easy for you to enter into jhana. Even while you sit in meditation, no matter how long you are sitting in meditation, it will not be easy for you to concentrate because you have not developed these 8 beautiful chittas. You have not arisen these 8 beautiful chittas. So first, just to control, only to control the akusala, you should make uh, good karmas, make merits. You should do some good karmas. If you have good karmas, then these 8 chittas arise and it will help you. First, it will help you in controlling the akusala chitta. Second, it will help you in meditation also. When you sit in meditation, you can focus easily. So, these chittas are very beautiful, and we should try to make more and more merits in order to develop these chittas, in order to have these chittas, so that we can enter into jhana, into the next step. I hope it makes sense and you understand it very clearly. Now, in the next session, we will talk more about the Sobhana Chittas or beautiful Chittas. Till then, take care of yourself. May you grow in Dhamma, keep learning the Dhamma, keep doing meditation, keep focusing on good karmas, keep arising the Kusala Chitta. It will, may it help you in concentration, in jhana, in samadhi, and may you attain the ultimate peace of Nibbana soon. May you have all the happiness and joy in this life, and may you get all the merits I have done. I share my merits with you, and you also share your merits with all the people around you, those who have passed away, your loved ones, and those also who are near and near there you. Maybe they are your loved ones, maybe they may be your unloved ones also. But whatever the good karmas you do, the good karma you have done today by listening the Dhamma. So you share your merits with all living beings. I also share my merits with all of you. With my merits, may you be free from all kinds of sufferings, pain, sickness, and fear. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.